Craig, it might be early days, 1 down, 31 to go, but we are top of the league, so you can't ask for any more than that.
Yeah, nah, you can. You can ask for a clean sheet. But yeah, it was obviously a really good start, as in the 90 minutes. You know, nowadays very topical, the 102 minutes were played. It was it was a good start to the season. I thought we played some fantastic football, scored some fantastic goals, but obviously a bit disappointed in the way we started the game and the 2 goals were conceded. But on the flip side, I think we created another 4 or 5 good opportunities. So yeah, overall, really pleased.
And it's another week on from our European adventures. Has the week of rest and preparation helped in terms of visiting Pontypridd this weekend? Yeah,
it does, and obviously, you know, it's trying to get some injuries back. You know, obviously you look at it, and you know we've had a struggle with injuries. You know, Rory Holden, Ryan Brobble, Adam Wilson, Ash Baker, John Routledge, Danny Redmond, Danny Davis, and Declan McManus this time last week were all in the physio room. So we have had a struggle with injuries. You know, we're getting 1 or 2 back. We're managing day to day. So yeah, it's helped that there's been no midweek game, no travel, etc. So it's give the opportunity for Phil to have a full week, you know, preparation with the players in the physio room, and hopefully in the next week to 10 days we'll get 3 or 4 of them back.
As we've said, it is early days yet, and the league will start to take shape as we progress. But nevertheless, that was a good point for Pontypridd on opening day at Haverfordwest County.
Yeah, it is. You know, Pontypridd are a good team. You know, they've got a good manager, they've got some good players. You know, they strengthened well last season, and then they've also strengthened as well in the summer window. So it's going to be, you know, they're going to be a team where I predict they're definitely going to be in the top 6. And I think they'll be pushing to improve. So they've, like I said, they've invested wisely. They've brought some experienced players in. They already had good players. So it's going to be, it's always a tough game. You know, I remember last season we played them there early on as well. We won 2-0. You know, and they give us a really tough game, and it's what you expect. And I don't expect anything different on Saturday.
You mentioned the injury situation there. Perhaps not a full squad to choose from, but will you be happy with the players that you will have, hopefully, available by Saturday?
Yeah, definitely. You know, yes, we're disappointed that we're losing so many senior players and, you know, in key players, but it's an opportunity for the rest of the lads to step up and, you know, and state their claim in the team, and then all of a sudden it's up to the boys that have been unfortunately injured to try and get their position back. So they've reacted really well up to now. You know, yes, we've got some key individuals out, but we've got a strong squad, and you know, we've got some strength and depth and some very good young players, and you know, they'll all be needed over the next 3 or 4 weeks, because I can't see we're getting many back in the next 3 or 4 weeks. So yeah, it's important that, you know, you're at the club for a reason. You know, there's no one at the club as a professional player just to make up the numbers. You know, we can't afford to do that. You know, we want to have everyone who's capable of doing it, and I think it proved it. You know, the first Connah's Quay game 2 weeks ago, where Jake Canavan come in, he's 19, limited experience, but I thought he was outstanding. He's one of our better players. So, you know, when you've got strength and depth to do that with, and it's you know, I think you can be disappointed that the senior players are injured. Of course, influential players, historically very good players, but then it's up to the other boys to step up and say, look, it's my opportunity, and I'm going to grasp it with 2 hands.
We mentioned in last week's press conference about the potential new signings. Yeah. Well, since then we've added 2 youngsters to the squad.
Yeah, we have. Yeah, I think it was really important that we did add. You know, like I said, we are you know, we are low on numbers, and the opportunity to bring Jared and Benny in is a good opportunity. Both good young footballers, being brought up in good football clubs, academies, and got a very similar style to the way we want to play. So I think they're both going to be really good signings. I say both young, but you know, Jared's 20. You know, we've played a lot of games in the 23s of Blackburn, and Benny's 19. But Benny's played close to 40 games over League Two and National League for Oldham. So yeah, they both are young, but they've got experience in their niche, in their little pigeonhole of where they've been playing, and they play the way we want to play. So that's the opportunity for them to come in and get some senior football. Obviously, like I say, Benny's played senior football, Jared's not. So now it's a great opportunity for them, and they've trained with for a week and a half now, and they've both settled in well, and they've both done well in training.
Are we likely to see one or perhaps both of them involved in some way, shape or form this coming weekend?
Yeah, you'd like to think so. You look at it, and like I said, you know, I think we've had international clearance too. I need to make sure that's done and all done and dusted with all that, and then we'll go from there. But they've had a week of bedding in, and a week of obviously they've got the opportunity to watch one Friday night and see what's stale and what's expected, and you know, in the opposition and who they're fighting in the team to get against, to play in front of, etc., etc. So yeah, both good lads, both very enthusiastic and want to be here and want to play the way we want to play, and just get out on the pitch and try to help the boys. Where, like I said, we're down to bare bones at this moment in time. So you know, they'll be important.
And finally, Craig, do you have your starting 11 already in mind, or are you going to wait on perhaps injuries and see what the lie of the land is a little bit closer to the game?
Yeah, unfortunately, again, we had a couple of little niggle injuries on Friday night. You know, it's been very frustrating. You know, nothing major, but a couple where we might have to wait till the very last minute to know whether they're going to be fit or not. But that decision will be made on Thursday or Friday morning, and see how they are. And you know, like I said, and Phil's got a full room at this moment in time, and he's doing a great job to get lads back and get them back on the pitch as quick as possible. But we have had, unfortunately, a bad run of injuries. I think there's 3 or 4 reasons for that. The games in Europe were high intensity games, etc., etc. So it's pushed the lads pre-season, wanted to do that, and wanted to push them to the limits, and and if a couple have had a couple of injuries, I think overall the squad will be better for it, fit and more robust when we get maybe 3, 4, 5 months down the line, and Christmas and beyond. Then I think we'll be really strong, because we would have been probably fitter than what we've been, and more robust than what we've been, and ready to kick on again.